Hello, and thank you for joining us for Lakefront News. I'm Lauren DeLeon.
And I am Brian Bernal.
Do you want to show your school pride by simply wearing a shirt?
Lakefront reporter Erica Guevara has more about a new tradition that will bring school spirit.
Our Lady of the Lake University is starting a new tradition here on campus, and it all starts with these shirts. A new tradition is taking place here at Our Lady of the Lake University. The lake is calling this Wear Your Wings Day. Students are encouraged to wear the Wings Up shirts every Wednesday. Catherine Fargoso, Interim Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs, says that this new tradition is bringing awareness and promoting school or saint spirit. The shirts have the traditional Wings Up logo centered on the shirt, with the shirt either being blue or gray. The shirts are being sold for $10 for a blue shirt and $15 for a gray shirt. Crystal Venegas gives her opinion on the Wings Up shirts.
I think it's a good idea that the shirts are being sold because it creates campus vibrancy, and it also we're trying to promote school spirit, and I feel like that's a good way to start our tradition.
If you would like a Wings Up shirt, stop by the Student Leadership and Development Office in Warden 25 to get a shirt. This is Erica Guevara reporting for Lakefront News.
Do you know anyone who is a victim of domestic violence?
Alumni Claudia Duran organized a 10-mile walk in El Paso, Texas to bring awareness to domestic violence. Reporter Santiago Reyes says more about this event.
I'm here at the North Carolina Recreation Center where Our Lady of the Lake alum Gloria Duran has organized a walk for family members of people who have experienced domestic violence.
The District Attorney's Office of El Paso, Texas has been organizing a walk for victims of domestic violence in the last 11 years. The goal of this walk is to bring awareness to those who have suffered crime. According to the Council of Family Violence, 1 in 3 Texans will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. Duran tells us more about the walk.
We have about 400 people doing the walk this year. And like I said, a lot of these people are either victims of crime, people who have lost their loved ones due to crime, and it's a way to bring awareness to the community and for them to come together.
Reporting for the Lakefront News, I'm Santiago Reyes.
Speeding on the roads can be dangerous, especially in school zones.
Reporter Gabriel Torres says what the dangers are when speeding in a school area.
Thank you. I'm here in front of Rodriguez Elementary School where local students have to cross the street, and also the Rodriguez Elementary students have to cross as well. With people speeding through the zone, it can be very dangerous.
Our Lady of the Lake University is located less than 5 minutes from the elementary school Cleto El Rodriguez, and cars are constantly speeding through school zones, which puts the children who attend in danger. The speed limit, according to Virtual Drive of Texas, says vary between the type of road, but most are between 20 to 30 miles per hour. Student Tanya Fail tells us how she feels about people speeding in these school zones.
They realize that they're approaching because there's always people crossing, and you never know when someone might just randomly try to cross. And it's also for the safety of others.
School zones are indicated by flashing lights and signs posted on the road. By Texas law, drivers must obey the speed limit even if the lights are not on, by following the time limit posted below.
Unfortunately, Rodriguez Elementary School wasn't able to speak with us about this topic, but there are signs posted saying if you are caught speeding through the school zone, a fine up to $200 can be issued to the violator. This has been Gabriel Torres reporting for Lakefront News.
Are you interested in learning about more LGBTQ rights? Reporter Lauren DeLeon has more on this topic.
The Our Lady of the Lake Alliance Club and the Warden School of Social Work hosted an event in the Providence West Social Room on November 3rd that discussed LGBTQ rights. The Alliance Club at Our Lady of the Lake is an LGBTQ club that brings the community together to spread awareness to LGBTQ individuals to provide a safe space on campus. Warden student from the LGBTQ class, AJ Cortez, says the collaboration between the Alliance Club and the LGBTQ class is important because it educates and talks about things that people don't normally talk about, such as LGBTQ rights. The Vice President of the Alliance Club, Anna Boone, shares her opinion on the Safe Zone training.
This training is unique to Our Lady of the Lake because not only does it happen annually, but this is something that's not talked about often. It can be very hard to talk about, and I think the fact that we collaborated and made a group together almost create a community.
If you missed this year's Safe Zone training, look out for more information from the Alliance Club next fall. Reporting for Lakefront News, I'm Lauren DeLeon. This past weekend was the opening night of Fat Pig in the 24th Street Theater.
Reporter Karina Martinez gives us the scoop on how the show went.
Written by playwright Neil LaBute, had a 3-day run starting Friday, November 2nd, and ended on Sunday, November 4th. Associate Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Antoinette Winstead, directed the play. The play tells the story of a businessman who falls for a plus-size woman and is pressured by his peers to end the relationship. Karen Teo, lead actress, tells us what she hopes the audience learned from this play.
I hope that they learn something about that the way that society perceives people and how we're always pressured to fit into this mold that it's not necessarily something that we should do. We should be able to be ourselves, express ourselves, be okay in our own skin.
Director Antoinette Winstead tells us why she chose her favorite contemporary writers for her show.
I think that everything that he writes is relevant to what we're experiencing, and he does a lot about bodies. He does a lot about society, social justice issues, but he does it's couched in familiar surroundings that everybody has access to.
Winstead tells us why she enjoys directing.
I love directing at the lake. I love that it's educational theater. I love that I can actually help with character development, that it's a teaching lab. And that's what I really enjoy about it.
Reporting for Lakefront News, I'm Karina Martinez.
Stay tuned for sports news after the break.
Welcome back, and now for sports news.
The men's soccer team ended their season with the loss to the University of Houston Victoria.
The first round of the Red River Athletic Conference tournament ended with the Saints losing 1-2 against the University of Houston Victoria. Leading with the Saints was Matheus Campos, who shot 2-1 on goal. Olu keeper Jorge Cavazos had 6 saves. The women's volleyball team completed the season with the sweep of Texas College with the 3-0 win.
The Saints improved to 15-12 overall and 9-2 in the Red River Athletic Conference. Bailey Hubbard leads the Saints with 10 kills and 1 error on 15 attacks. The Saints ended the game with a 3-0 win. The Saints will host the R8C tournament that takes place in November 9th through the 10th.
Stay with us for this weekend's weather after the break.
What?
Welcome back, and now for the weather.
This weekend will be a chilly one. The lows are going to be in the high 40s with the highs in the 60s.
Stay tuned for the Sister of the Week.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Welcome back, and now let's meet our Sister of the Week.
Came to the convent in 1945. That is a long time ago. I was interested in the congregation primarily because I was taught by the sisters in school. And I knew one particular sister who was a wonderful teacher and really inspired me to think about coming to the congregation. So I attribute my vocation to her partly. I also come from a community, a little rural community in North Texas, where a lot of the young women came to the congregation. And I think I would have to say that was also part of the inspiration that led me here. The message that I would have for students here, become aware of your heritage. What's the heritage of the university? Where did it get its start? what makes it the kind of university that it is today, and to appreciate the opportunity to get an education. People can take a lot of things away from you, but they can't take away your education. So to give it your best, believe in yourself, and find those people who will support you, because we all need help along the way. So if you're not doing so well, or if you're you're down about something, there are a lot of people around here who will help you, who will lift you up, who will give you good advice. So seek that out. So discover what the heritage is and how you fit into that, and then to appreciate your education.
That's our time for now. Thank you for joining us. For the Lakefront News, I am Brian Bernal.
And I'm Lauren DeLeon. Make sure you check us out online at lakefrontollU.com.